I really enjoy being home.
My intention was to move back to Zimbabwe.
And let's go home as soon as we can.
Welcome to my channel and thank you for watching. Wode, wherever you are, if you're watching this video, thank you for the great job that you are doing in Africa, showcasing the beauty of our continent and encouraging people in diaspora to go and invest in Africa. I support your project, Africa to the World. Here in Canada, there are a lot of African business people whose businesses are doing very well. I'm going to talk to some of them and hear what they say about investing big in Africa. Hi, Rosemary.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Rosemary, you are a pharmacist by profession. Is that the reason why you chose to own a pharmacy?
Yeah. To exercise my profession, yes.
Okay. I have a friend of mine who is a YouTuber back in Africa. He's in Ghana. That guy is encouraging people to come and invest in Africa. And he was saying there are so many people in diaspora who come as immigrants, and then after a certain period, they go back and invest in their countries of origin. So, what was the reason why you decided to open a business here in Canada and not in Africa?
Well, I live here in Canada right now. And Africa is my home. So even if I'm here for now, my end goal is to go home sooner or later. So the reason why I opened the pharmacies here is that I'm exercising my knowledge and my qualification as a pharmacist. And I'm gaining a lot of knowledge, and that same knowledge I'm going to use when I get back home to Africa to improve my community, to improve my country, and to improve my people. So the reason why I'm doing it right now is to improve myself, gain experience in business, so I can do it much, much better in the future.
Here in Canada, what challenges do you have as an African pharmacy owner?
I won't say as an African pharmacy owner, because I don't see any difference. Basically, it's all a matter of good service and your knowledge. I find that the community is very accepting. If you are doing the right thing, if you are serving people the right way, you are accepted. I don't find much challenges because I'm African. But I find the same challenges that every business is having in the community. As in the slow economy, people are not working, some of them, they've been laid off. Some insurances are not working for them. But it's the usual challenge. The government making cutbacks on some of our revenue. So it's a challenge for every business, not necessarily mine.
So when time comes for you to go back to Africa or to the country of origin, are you going to carry on with pharmacy business, or you open other different businesses?
Oh, definitely I'll open a pharmacy business. It is my aim. It is my aim soon.
Okay.
To go home.
Right.
To serve my people.
That's right.
And to open a business there for their good.
All right.
To use all this knowledge that I've acquired is high time. And I encourage other people in diaspora to really start planning for the good of our country.
Thank you so much, Miss Rosie, for for your time with me. Do you have any other things that you need to say to other people?
Oh, all I have to say is home is home. Home is home. Let's plan. Let's collect our resources. And let's go home as soon as we can.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, there are quite a lot of reasons why people migrated to these countries. Sometimes it's difficult for somebody who was facing persecution in his home country to think of going back to make business in that country.
Hi, Mpumi.
Hi Chris, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I heard you went home, you went Swaziland,
Yes, I
and
did.
you didn't even tell me.
Unfortunately, yeah. When it's time for business, that what happens? You just disappear and then post pictures when you're over that side of the world.
So, how was it?
It was amazing. I really enjoyed being home, and I also enjoy the benefits of being a travel consultant.
Okay, yeah, I know you're a businesswoman, so I thought you were going to do some businesses in Swaziland.
Yes, you do business everywhere
Oh,
at
yeah.
any time.
Okay, so tell me about your business.
Okay.
What do you really do?
First of all, I am a certified travel professional, of which means I handle corporate travel, group bookings. I also handle faith-based missionary trips, as well as all-inclusive vacation packages.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow. So, when did you start this business?
Well, I've been in this industry since 2005. Since 2005. But
Oh, yeah?
being on my own, I decided to go on my own since 2017, and I'm loving it.
Oh, yeah?
Being my own boss.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, are you operating from home, or you have offices somewhere?
Yes, I operate full time. I am at home. I work in my own pajamas. But when it comes to meetings and the corporate travel part, I'll have to be in the office. We have an office, and I also work from home.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, what's the name of your company?
Okay, my company is Swazi Canadian International. We handle all trips, bookings, vacation packages, cruises, flights, hotels, and car rentals.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. So, guys, you hear it for yourself. If you want to go to wherever you want to go, this is the agent. You just go to. Do you have a website or?
Yes, I do have a website. Still, it's Swazi Canadian International, as well as my clients. They got hold of me through my email and my phone number. My phone number is 780-803-5891. At any time, you can call or text me. Another thing, adding on the travel part, I have also been appointed by the Minister of Justice and Solicitor General to be a commissioner for oaths
Oh, yeah?
in and for the province of Alberta.
Wow.
Yeah, so of which means I've been authorized to administer all affidavits, all affirmations, declarations, as well as oaths.
How did you do that? Did you go to school for that or?
I've never been to school for that. Honestly, I got so lucky because within my office I submitted the application and then they just appointed right away. So yeah.
Okay. Wow. Oh no, that's good. So let's talk about Swaziland. Yeah, I know that's your country and you love it.
All right.
Yeah. Do you have any plans to relocate to Swaziland?
Honestly, yeah, Swaziland is who I am today. Swaziland is the air I breathe. Swaziland is my roots. Swaziland is my tribe. And of course, it can take up to 10 years, it can take up to 15 years, but definitely home sweet home. Once I get established, once I know when going back home, I'm not gonna start from zero, definitely I will go back to my people.
Okay. And talking about the economy of Swaziland, yeah, do you have anything in mind how you can help to boost the economy of your country?
Yeah, honestly, like I told you, my business is kind of taking the baby steps, but in the long run, of course, I can definitely throw a stone in there to boost the economy of Swaziland. But meanwhile, because I know for sure there are many vulnerable individuals that I've seen as growing up as an orphan. I grew up as an orphan, being raised by a widow, and today I'm a single parent. So I decided like to found an organization that also assists Swaziland as a whole, like the less privileged individuals in there.
Okay, so you have a foundation?
Yes, I do.
Wow. Okay, that's fine. So I think we'll probably have to meet again and talk about your foundation.
Sounds good to me.
All right. I don't want to waste your time. So do you have anything to say to anyone who wish to start a business?
Yeah, like starting a business, honestly, it's quite a challenge. It doesn't happen overnight that you wake up and you own your own business. It takes time, it takes courage. So if you are an individual out there planning like one in the long run to own your own business, first of all, you'll have to start by setting up your goals, because without a goal, you just go astray. So if you have a goal in mind that this is what I want to do, your goals are valid, your dreams are valid. Never ever give up on your dreams. Set a goal and then follow your dreams.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you say to people who say, you guys in diaspora, why don't you come home and invest in Africa?
It's totally different, honestly, because the reason why we are here is because we were chasing greener pastures. If we had like all that we could have had by now, we could have operated our businesses back home. So it takes I can say the more you get to to explore, that's when you get to have an idea. Oh, when entering Canada, this is a business idea that I just wanna pursue. At the moment I become like the individual I've dreamt to be before. So it's not like we've decided like to leave our countries just to operate a business here in Canada. Here you first work, and then the moment you see that, you know what, the income that I could have been earning, it's all going to
That's
my
nice.
boss. So
Yes.
you ended up like, okay, why don't I breathe? Why don't I do it on my own? You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's kind of, yeah.
All right. Mbomi, thank you so much for your time, and I wish you the best in whatever you do. I wish you the best in your business.
Thank you.
Some people, they've made UK their home. So for them to think about going back home is hard. Hi, Regis.
Yes, Brother Chris, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
No, that's fine.
Thanks for coming.
Do you want to tell me why did you choose to do trucking?
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, I want to thank you again, Brother Chris, for coming to JNT Freight Services Limited. This is our location here in Edmonton, and this is where we operate from. Yes, I've been doing this for 10 years now.
Wow.
And what I did is I am a social worker profession, but I stopped that because I wanted to venture into business. My intention was to move back to Zimbabwe and form a transportation company there in Zimbabwe, because I come from a family who are actually doing the same kind of business. So I wanted to do the same thing over there. But when I looked at the economy in Africa, especially in Zimbabwe, I decided to start that project over here in Canada here. So about 10 years ago, I started with one truck, and from there, now we've to increase our fleet. So I moved into this. I ventured into this industry because this industry, in a country with a good economy, you are able to make quite a bit of money than most of the industries out there. but there are hustles that comes with this industry, which maybe we can discuss later on.
So, in other words, you are saying you could not do this business in Zimbabwe because of the economy of Zimbabwe, or it's because you are comfortable doing the business where you are?
Well, doing this business, you have to be there. It's a business that needs you to be there running the operations daily, because you can't, it's a business that you cannot let somebody run it for you.
Yeah.
You have to be making sure that you know the operations and everything. So the reason why I didn't do it in Zimbabwe, it was because of the, in this business, when you do your work, you need to be paid. Because there are so many expenses as far, buying fuel, paying drivers, and etc. And when I looked into the economy in Zimbabwe, my family who are in this business in Zimbabwe, they were having hard time getting paid by their customers. So that really stopped me right there to try to venture into this business back in Zimbabwe.
Okay, so my issue here is, you are boosting
Yes.
the economy
Yes.
of Canada.
Yes.
What are you doing to your own country? How do you rebuild the economy of Zimbabwe while you are here?
Why I'm here. Wow, thank you so much. So, to be frank with you on that, we have little projects that we are doing, back home. They are not that big. We are starting, they say charity begins at home. So I've started helping my own family, my extended family, to start their small projects. Things, doing something that can put something on the table for them and their families, and see how we can do better. We were looking into mining industry. We wanted to, bring trucks to Zimbabwe, especially the tipper trucks or the dump trucks, to haul mining products. But again, the government is trying to look into how they can deal with corruption. And we don't want to go and invest in an environment where things like corruptions, they are not really dealt with, because we don't want to go and lose money over there. So what we are doing is we are starting with small projects, and as soon as we see the green light that now the environment is conducive enough for us to go and start invest big, then we will start investing big in Zimbabwe.
Mr. Regis, thank you so much for your time. My time is up, but do you have anything that you want to say to the African community?
Yes, Brother Chris, thank you very much. I would like to encourage. I'll start by encouraging people who are in Canada. Any African, in Canada, that in this country, I know we were colonized by the British in Africa. And it is in us that we have to be employees of somebody else. But I want to tell you, or to tell the viewers, that until you become a business owner or you become someone who is doing things of their own, you won't understand how comfortable it is to do your work. So for you to love your job, you have to have some ownership in that job. So since I started running my own business, I have a peace of mind. I don't wake up in the morning and feel like I don't want to go back to work.
Yeah.
I can sleep here at this place where we are here. Just looking at what God has provided to me, I just have the energy to continue doing what I want to do. So what I want to encourage people in Africa is that I understand that in Africa sometimes the capital is a problem. But you don't want anyone else. There's no one else who can come from outside, or even the government itself. The government is not going to give you jobs. We need to create jobs ourselves. So we need to come up with ways to create jobs ourselves. And I know in Africa, the issue is always capital. So once you get your capital, and you don't look big. No businessman started big. Yeah. You start very small. Start selling like eggs or vegetables. You save your money. All what you need to do is have self control and discipline when it comes to monetary affairs. You save your money little by little. Then you buy a goat. The goat will have two babies, and then after that, two goat and whatever you call them. You sell one, and after 5 years, you've got 10 goats. After that, you sell 5 goats. You buy a car.
Yeah.
You make it as a taxi. From there, you have 2 taxis. After that, you sell you buy 1 truck. Then now you are already in the trucking industry, and now you are starting to make big money, and you are doing bigger projects. So, and to all viewers, I would like to say to you, thank you very much for watching and for this opportunity. But let's work hard for ourselves and for our families. And you know, you always have to have humble beginnings, and you do not aim higher when you are starting. You always have to know that there are difficulties. You have to, anything that is going to grow bigger, it needs a bigger and a stronger foundation. And most of about for me personally, as I'm ending, Brother Chris, it took me about 7 years.
Wow.
To buy the second truck. And now we have 6 trucks now. Wow. And we have about 11 trailers, big trailers like the one that you saw. And this all came in a period of last 3 years.
Wow.
But for the past 7 years, Brother Chris, I'll tell you, I was having hard time because I was battling saving money.
Wow.
And the people were laughing at me that you're going to die with 1 truck. And I would go home and cry and say, but God, how come I'm getting all this money? Money was coming, but I don't know where it was going. Until I started saying, you know what, I need to be serious. Let me analyze and see where this money is going.
Yeah.
Then after that, I bought this second truck, the red one. Then after that, I bought another bigger truck, and then we bought this one. And then just this year, we bought this, here.
Regis, thank you so much for your time. We'll meet again next time.
Thank you, Brother Chris.